Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube, NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new review. I hope you guys have been enjoying these reviews. I've been knocking them out for you guys. And this time we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me by Cohen Film Collections, and is a film noir from the year 1952 titled Sudden Fear. So you guys know I went to film school, and in film school people fucking love film noirs. They watch them all the damn time, especially cinematographers, because of course it's probably the greatest lighting genre of all time. So I've seen my fair share of noirs, but I've never heard of this one, of course starring Joan Crawford. It was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, which is really interesting why I haven't seen it either. You know, Crawford was nominated for Best Actress, and then Jack Palance's character, who is the main guy in this movie, he was nominated, and of course the cinematography was nominated. But the thing with this film, I think it just hasn't had a good release in the past. I think Kino actually initially released this movie, but it was a really poor transfer, so it really didn't look that good. And not too many people really paid attention to it. So when Cohen said they were going to release it, I was very curious to check it out, because I was on a bit of a Joan Crawford kick at the time. I rewatched Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which I haven't seen in years, and I watched Straight Jacket, so I was curious to check this one out. And, you know, this is a brand new 2K transfer from Cohen, which is a sub-label of E1. And ultimately, you know, I enjoyed the film. I don't think it's the best noir I've seen. I don't think it stands anywhere near the masterpieces like Touch of Evil, which is, you know, probably the greatest noir ever made. Of course, with Orson Welles and Charlton Heston, who plays a Mexican. But I still think this one does the trick of the noir genre. Basically follow Joan Crawford's character. She's a playwright, and she is directing a play on Broadway, who is starring Jack Palance's character, and ultimately she decides to cut him from the play one day during auditions, and of course this makes Mr. Palance's character extremely angry. And of course the play does really well, and it makes a lot of money, and Joan Crawford decides to go back to LA at the end of the run. And when she's on the train, she of course comes across Jack Palance's character, and they start to form a bond on this train ride. Joan Crawford starts to build feelings for him, but of course he doesn't feel the same towards her. But he has this idea. Of course, he is going to kill Joan Crawford with his fiancée, who is in LA, and he is going to take all her money and run away with his fiancée. There is where you get your typical noir storyline. But of course one day Joan Crawford shows him this recording device in her office, which records things as she says. It's like a tape recorder, but you gotta remember this is 1952, so when she reads plays and memos and things like that, she'll be able to go back and play them again. And when Jack Palance is telling his fiancée about the plan to kill Joan Crawford, he doesn't know it's actually recording what they're saying. Joan Crawford hears it the next day. She, of course, picks up the record. It breaks. She's the only one that knows what's going on. She becomes crazy, and that's where you get the film noir. And the lighting is pretty good and everything like that. I think Joan Crawford does a really, really great job, as she does in most films. Of course, she's the craziest person who's ever starred in Hollywood. You guys know the story with her. She watched Mommy Dearest. But I don't think her performance is as good as she was in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Of course, Bette Davis steals that film, but I don't feel like she gets anywhere near the respect that she deserves for her role in that movie. But this one, you know, overall, it's a good noir. Like I said, it's not my favorite. It doesn't stand close to Touch of Evil, like I said before, but the cinematography is really, really good, and Joan Crawford is worth it. So if you guys are into noirs and Joan Crawford and an interesting story, check this one out. You know, I enjoyed it. Now the 2K restoration from Cohen, you know, it's the best the film's ever looked. It's probably the best it's ever going to look. The transfer is to me. I feel like there's a lot of grain and things going on. It wasn't as cleaned up as some other films from the time period that I've seen. But the fact that the original transfer was so shitty, that's understandable. It does the trick. You're able to see what's going on, what's happening, and the dialogue is good and everything like that. So the transfer is okay. Features, we only got 2 features going on. We have a commentary from a film scholar who is a author for Turner Classic Movies, and we got a re-released trailer. And Cohen, of course, is about their quality, so they have a nice booklet in here. Talks about the film, cast, and everything like that. Has some photos. So, like I said, if you guys are into noirs, you're into Joan Crawford, then check this one out. I think it's quite interesting. And the plot is interesting. It didn't really make me lose focus or anything like that. So that is Sudden Fear from the year 1952, released by Cohen. You can pick this up right now on Blu-ray. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.